Hanna Gerlander.
And I'm Nora Freed.
And you're listening to
High Heels and Punchlines. That was crazy at the show.
For a curveball, I was like, and you're watching us live for the first time ever.
That was crazy, Hanna.
Well, I realized we couldn't say in that moment at our live show, I couldn't say, you're listening to. But I didn't think about that a second until we got there. What is this? Episode 5, right?
Yes. 4 women in a funeral.
Oh my God, wait.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
My friend, Lauren Plansky, said that something about the way when we say at the same time, she's like, it's so satisfying. It's always like the same tone, the same time, the same length. She like scratches
People
an
said
itch
they
for her.
liked our voices at the show, which I was shocked.
Why are you shocked?
For me, I love your voice. It has a blistery, it's like a Lindsay Lohan thing.
Wow, thank you.
But for me, I feel like mine is like a mix between like an 8-year-old and then a monotoned like grandmother.
No.
Like it like goes in and out.
Monotone grandmother isn't something I can like picture. Give me do it.
It's like, I'm like, okay. Like when I'm really being serious, I'm like,
I don't think I know this grandma.
I'm like, okay, these grandkids.
Oh, no, I don't. That feels like a mother. Doesn't feel like, okay.
Depends how you look at
grandkids.
But yeah, so it was nice to hear that we have nice voices.
I know, because I will say, I listen to a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
And the ones I get into, I do like. But there were a couple of my podcasts, their speaking voices, it just took like an adjustment.
Yeah.
But then there's some of my podcasts, first episode, they both have great speaking voices and it makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So it's nice to know that we're that for other people.
Yeah.
They don't stress about us.
Yeah. We have a calming presence.
Do you think we do?
I've never been told that to my face.
Me neither.
Okay, so probably don't. I've been told
I think you do though. Like if I'm really like freaking out, like
I'm good at managing other people's anxieties. Like I can like be like, okay, relax.
Yeah.
I would say
That's not how you do it. Okay, relax.
Okay, relax. No, not like that. But I'm just like, I can bring people down.
Your reaction to things is comforting. Like I feel like a lot of times I tell my friends what's going on and they're like, how can I help? Or like, oh, that sucks. But you're always, maybe that's why I like you so much. I mean, there's tons of reasons I like you, but like it's really similar. Your reaction is really similar to like when my therapist reacts. He's always going like, oh my God, that's awful, Hanna. Which I think is like what I'm looking for people to say.
Yeah.
So I could have the moment of like, yes,
it is really awful.
It is awful. And you always say that too.
Yeah. Validation.
Where other people are trying to fix, which comes from a loving place. Yeah. But it's like, we can just have a bad day.
Yeah. I had a bad day today.
You did.
So, Do
you want to talk about it or no?
No, I can't cry at the podiatrist's office anymore. That needs to be
like we're talking about it a little bit.
They like know me there. They gave me a free appointment today.
That's really nice.
I know. They were just like, Nora, come in. They're just like, I've never, I know we were just talking about this, but I've never hated a half marathon so much.
Do you want to give context to that? I just feel like you keep saying. I'm
sorry. I just think.
I don't want to talk about it.
I just think it's kind of crazy that you would put your body through that.
To the half marathon.
For the half marathon, even the half. And it's just.
How long is a half?
I've 13 miles or something. Whew. And it's just, everything was going so well and my body was perfect and now it's not. And now I have all these medical bills and it's because of the half marathon.
That does suck.
And it's like, I don't even give a shit. Like, what do you get out of that? Like a t-shirt? Like, why did I do that? And it's just, and a medal.
I think you get a medal.
Yeah, you get a medal.
I get you a medal.
Like, yeah, I would like that actually.
I'll get you a medal. Do you want it to be like for the half?
I wanted to say nothing about the half because I never want to hear about the half again.
Do you want it to be about? In fact,
I'm going to be protesting the half next year.
Yeah,
I'm going to be like,
let's go and stop the runners.
This is bad for your body. I'm going to say, come weightlift with us instead.
Come wait. We're going to be taking them out of the line to the gym with us.
Come do biking with us and weightlifting and run short distances in a fast pace when you need to.
You're going to love the 5K. You can do a half. You're going to love a 5K.
I cannot believe what the
Fuck
damage
off.
that it's done to my body. Just doing like, and
something that's supposed to be good for your body too.
it's like,
it's really backwards.
Yeah.
It feels cruel to learn you have and struggle with health issues because you started doing something to care for yourself.
yeah. And then at yoga, this girl was like showing us all her chest. Not in like a sexy way. Like she had chafing all over her chest from her bib on her shirt from the marathon. She's like, and she was like really upset about it. And I was like, well, did you put coconut oil on it? And like, I was trying to give her like recommendations. And I was like, you know what? And then I told her about my feet and I was like, I'm glad I didn't do it. I can't. Can you imagine if I had chest rash too?
I can't believe
I would have, if anyone would get a chest rash.
It would have been you.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd be bleeding all over just like bloody.
I just think it's annoying that you have all that you're struggling with right now and you had to listen to her complain about her chest rash from getting to run it.
Well, my reaction was, I'm so sorry. That's awful. It made her want to tell me more about it. I think I was like, oh my God, that's awful.
I would have been like, I feel like I couldn't have participated. I would be still throwing myself a pity party that I didn't get to run it. So if then someone was telling me, oh, they got a rash because they got to run it, I'd be like, suck it up.
I
what is
really
it, Vaseline
didn't
on it?
I didn't. I thought maybe because we were running like 3 miles a day.
Who?
I was like 2 to 3 miles a day. I
thought
like, that was like
you and the big
no,
girl?
at like Orange Theory, we run like 2. So I was like, what's 13?
Yeah.
I was like, it's the same thing. It's just like a little more.
I tried to train for a marathon once after not running for 2 years and putting on 90 pounds.
Wow.
I just was going to go all in.
Wow.
And then I drank a big protein shake for the first time in my life. And I set out to run 7 miles on the first one. And I ended up having to poop at the public park.
Oh.
Just right over the edge of the bench.
Oh my God. Oh.
And I was with my friend Liam. He was like, you really can't like hold it. I was like, I can't.
I was like, just walk away if you're going to make me feel bad.
Oh. So I don't see myself running any races ever.
I just don't. I just cannot. I mean, you can't see my foot right now, but it's just like, I can't.
But you're such a lifter.
And I really am.
And you're a hot yoga girl.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I bike.
You have things better, and you bike with your speaker.
I have better things going on than running around.
Who was I walking with? Yeah, you do.
Running around.
Who was I walking with that was one of our friends who said, maybe it was Chase?
Chase always comes up in this.
Someone biked by with their speaker out, and he was like, isn't that the worst? I was like, Nora does that.
I had someone who said to me the other day, they were like, I love your music and thank you so much for the tunes. Because we were like kind of going on the same route. He was on a city bike and I was like, yeah, no problem. But I never thought anyone would thank me. I always thought it was annoying.
But also it's like,
I just have amazing music taste. Okay.
Wait, but last thing, isn't it not safe to have your headphones in?
It's not safe at all.
So you have to play it out loud if you want to have music and you're not just going to ride the streets.
It's boring.
It is boring. Should we do the episode?
Maybe.
Or do you want to talk about feet more? I'm being serious. We can if we want to.
I have to say, this is the last thing I want to say about the feet.
Yeah.
I love the way my feet look aesthetically.
Your pedicure looks amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's just weird that I'll have this like deformity that's like coming to light because I'm like, no, my feet are really cute.
Wait, what deformity?
That's the issue is she says that my feet, the bone curves in. So it was like rubbing against my shoe.
So what's going to be the deformity?
And then the deformity is that they need to straighten out my toe.
So saying the toe's going to look weird?
No, it's going to maybe look more normal, but I actually like the way it kind of like bends in.
Okay. You like...
I think they look really nice. And
I think you have great feet.
I know. It's crazy.
If I was like into feet, your feet would be top of my list.
Thank you. Well,
I'd be trying to get those pics.
I almost sent you a pic today of her putting in the steroid shot.
That without a warning?
I was just kind of like had it on my phone.
That's like, wait, when I showed you that naked picture of Wolf's ass without warning.
That picture of Wolf's ass was. I
had told Nora like 10 minutes ago, like 20 minutes before I showed her the photo, that Wolf has a really big ass. And then we had stopped talking about it. We were doing other things. And then I found the photo I was looking for. I was like, okay. But it was really jarring.
He has a nice butt.
He has a really nice butt. It's so unfair. Should we do it?
All right.
Do you want to hear the highlights and the question?
Are you okay? Well, I have questions.
Well, yeah, but you know how I always do the highlights and I read Carrie's cue.
Okay.
And then you ask your questions.
You know what's also great about not having to run?
Yeah.
I can still smoke cigarettes.
That is
because
awesome.
like when you bike, it's like it's kind of shitty to not like smoke cigarettes, but like when you're running and you smoke cigarettes, it was kind of random. So thank God.
Thank God she's not running and she's smoking.
Speaking of smoking, Carrie is.
We have to say the highlight first. Don't get into the episode yet. Okay, episode 5. We're going to talk about it now, 20 minutes later. 4 women and a funeral. Here are the highlights. The girls attend the fashion designer Javier's funeral. Carrie calls Mr. Big. Char meets a man at the cemetery, which was so you, by the way. And Miranda buys an apartment for just her. And Carrie's question was, can a relationship bring you back to life?
Okay.
I can just see, just to jump right to Charlotte meeting a man at the cemetery. I can just see you like going to a funeral and finding a man. And then me afterwards being like, how'd it go? And you were like, oh, it was good, whatever. You're like, but I met someone, like, we're going out tomorrow. Like, I can see that happening.
I like to chat.
What did you think about all the girls at the funeral?
Carrie smoking at the funeral was really great.
They were hysterical.
Javier would have wanted it that way.
They were all so funny. The bickering over the hat, the smoking.
That was good.
Yeah.
I said, please smoke at my wedding and it better be indoors, is what I wrote.
Can we smoke at your funeral?
Oh, sorry, funeral. sorry. And honestly, both. You can smoke.
Okay.
The other thing I was going to ask you, how long would it? Well, I thought this was really interesting because I remembered that you wanted that one of the first things you said to me was that I should be dating Wolf when you die.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I was going to ask you, how long would it take for you to start dating again if your husband died?
And he hasn't left me someone the way I've left him someone.
Yeah, you've left with your sister wife. For context, Hanna said, you know what, Nora? When I go, you and Wolf, it's fine.
They seem to have a lot in common.
Like, what?
And Nora's actually a lot more like sensitive and empathetic, like to some of Wolf's issues than like I tend to be. And I feel like
I'm reacting like that's so awful.
Like I just feel like yesterday he had a pretty bad day. And I don't know if I necessarily made it better. You know, I don't know if coming home to Hanna was a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I feel like if he came home to you, I feel like you have the awareness to like love him, but then the next day be like, we're done. It's a new day. We slept. Like, are we going to get our shit together today? Yeah. Where when someone was upset in front of me, I was like, let's get our shit together right now. But that's just how I was. How long would I start to date? So if Wolf hasn't left a man for me the way I'm leaving a woman for him.
Okay.
I mean, it really depends how long we've been together.
Okay.
Like,
is it like the breakup rule that we learned about in the last episode?
I think it's a little longer, right?
It's like half the time plus 1 or something.
Yeah.
That's not the math.
Yes. No, it's just half the time. She was like, it's half the time you were together, you get to bounce back.
Okay.
But I mean, this is going to sound terrible. So Wolf and I have been dating 2 years. He passes away tomorrow.
Jesus
Rip.
I don't know why this was my question.
6 months? I haven't had
children.
I haven't been married. I have to keep
no
moving.
idea why I asked this question. This is like so intense.
But if I'm married with kids,
but I was curious.
I think I don't start dating until the kids are stable.
Okay.
Like I don't see if my husband dies and I have multiple kids and there's a house and he was half our income. I think I'm not thinking about my next love. I've gotten lucky enough to have a love of my life that I started a family with. But you know, if Wolf dies now and I don't have children, like
it's like
I got to keep hunting.
Got to keep going. Yeah. Okay.
He told me one time that if I died, he would never date again, which is like,
oh, that's
liar. It's a lie.
It's like, liar.
It's a lie because he's gonna be with you.
He's gonna be with me. We're gonna be having a great life.
But like, don't say that to me. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
He's gonna date again.
Do you
It's
agree
cute.
that men don't want a woman who's self-sufficient?
I wrote down, are you Charlotte in this scene? Because this was pretty jarring. Charlotte kind of jumped out Republican, like old-fashioned woman.
That's me.
Okay, so for reference, they're at this brunch scene. And they're just talking about men or what? I don't even remember how it came up.
They were talking about
was it Miranda? That guy having sex? The Watcher? Oh wait, that's the next episode.
No, yeah, that's a different one. I forget what they were talking about, but they were talking about
the power balance.
And not having, I think it might have had to do with Miranda signing a new lease.
Oh, and them asking her all those questions.
Yeah.
And and then basically Charlotte is on the side of you owning and him still renting is a power imbalance. It'll emasculate him. It's not fair.
Right. Yes.
And they were all like, all the girls were like, what the fuck, Charlotte? Yeah. I know that you're Charlotte, but are you still Charlotte with this opinion?
I do feel sometimes like I emasculate people.
Okay.
In my behaviors.
But are you saying, but like Charlotte would change her behavior to still
I'm not Charlotte. I feel like I do, but I was like, wow, that's real Charlotte. That is like a worry of mine sometimes.
I mean, I definitely agree with her that like that bothers men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with her saying like you have to do a certain set of things so they don't feel emasculated.
I feel like I should be doing that more probably.
Really?
Because I just feel a little too independent sometimes. And like, I know that's like annoying. I mean, but sometimes I'm just like, oh, maybe I should like chill. Maybe I should like be a little more needy. Maybe it's clear that I don't need anything.
I mean, but that was
maybe that's the problem
with Wolf.
But then,
still is
but
me
then,
with
but then there's
Wolf.
that trick, and they're like, when you're totally good on your own, that's when it, whatever. And I just
because then you have the vibe around you, the confidence that you don't need them.
I really like this, especially, I was really feeling it the last couple of weekends. I was like, I really love being alone.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I feel very like self-sufficient. And then when she said that, I was like, oh my God, I need to stop being so self-sufficient.
There's definitely men who probably without even
I don't want to make any money though. I don't want to make any money. So like they can make money.
What do you mean you don't want to make any money?
I want to,
what do you mean?
I want to.
What are we doing here?
No. That came off weird. Yeah. That wasn't what I meant.
You're not trying to be the breadwinner?
I am. But I just, okay.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I just meant like, it would be so chill if I didn't have to be.
Okay. You'd be happy to find someone that gets rid of bills for you. Like you don't have to.
That would be great.
Yes.
But but no, I'm going to make money. We're going to make money on our own. I have to make money on my own.
We do.
There's literally I actually have a meeting with a financial advisor on Wednesday to discuss investments.
Did you have to pay for it?
Yes.
How much?
It's expensive, but I'm investing in myself.
Tell me offline because I need to know.
$250.
Oh, I would pay that.
Yeah.
Not today, but one day I would.
I was like,
in 2 paychecks, I would.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
For an hour. We're going over everything.
That's amazing.
To like figure out like
you're going to feel so good
afterwards. Because I kind of I'm starting to realize like I actually can't depend on anyone money wise. We got to make this going. We got to get this going. But I think because I just said that, we're actually going to end up making a lot of money.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to be worried about money, but I don't think we need to not think about money.
I think about it every day.
Me too.
And I think about how chill it would be if there was another person in my life throwing me some cash.
I also think all the time about how I wonder if like growing up without money and then still to this day never making a lot of money, like I wonder when I make money, when it'll really set in for me. Because even when I like am like working 2 jobs and get lucky where like I get a bunch of paychecks in a row and it's not near rent and I have money, even still if I buy like a $5 coffee, I'm like, no spending the rest of the day. Like my brain is still programmed to like
coffees kill me. I'm like, oh my God, I just did something terrible.
And anytime I do, but then I'll randomly like spend like 170 shopping online and I'm like, well, I needed that. But then the coffee, I'm like, here we go.
Or like when I used to drink, I would like rack up a tab by everyone's shots and be like, well, it was a good night.
I'm trying to think if I was
Santa at the bar. I was Santa's little helper.
That's really nice.
A mix.
I was always the one looking for Santa.
Well, you should have found me.
I was like, I love to drink and I have no money. Where's Santa?
Okay, this is really fucked up. Slash, might have to edit it out.
Okay.
If it's illegal. Should I just not say it?
Like how illegal, what law was broken, do you think?
A credit card fraud. Wait,
you know what? Maybe just, you know what? Let's look it up.
Let's just look it up. No, it's illegal. It's illegal. But it has to do with me being Santa and then losing my card.
I got it. And I think we got it.
Okay.
Wait, really quick. And this is so annoying for listeners. Remind me after this, tell you about something I did illegal.
Okay.
That me and Ryan were talking about it. And like, it's like some people get drunk and like call their ex. Like it's crazy. Like we got drunk and like did this.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll tell you after.
I do want to make a lot of money. I'm taking everything I said back.
God,
I just
7:30.
7:38.
We're gonna make money. We deserve to make money. We work hard to make money. We will have money. We will get everything we want. I just don't want it to be like a pressure
situation. It would be nice to also have someone who's like making a ton, and then all the money that I make can just go to me and my craft.
Mm-hmm. I also think your independence is a good thing. Like,
thank you.
I definitely think I've dated guys who you can tell are like turned off by like,
and that means they're weak.
And it's their problem. It's not mine. And also, it's like I think you'll find someone who's the perfect balance of like not trying to get you to think you need them, but like clocking you on when it needs, like Wolf definitely doesn't like mess with my independence. But sometimes I'm like, so like my way or the highway, I'll take care of myself. And he's like, okay, that's great. But like, we're in a partnership. Like, and it's like the good amount of I'm myself and I'm independent. I do what I need to do. And also the reminder of like, you've chosen to be in a serious relationship. Like
I think I'm considerate.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that will always balance out independence of being like, I'm leaving to do my own thing.
This is not my favorite.
I just need to be alone a lot. Okay. Speaking of which, my next question, do you ever worry about dying alone in your apartment? Sorry, the questions are kind of sad.
The questions are...
But that was... Okay, and also, fun fact, Miranda's cat is named Fatty.
Also, wasn't that a fucking surprise?
Yeah, that was crazy. Because of this episode.
Oh, because of the food.
Because after buying her first episode, she overfeeds the cat due to fear he will eat her face. And she will die alone. This also marks the first time that Carrie says the famous catchphrase, and just like that. She says it in this episode.
Wow. You know what's crazy? I heard it in this episode, but I didn't realize that was the first time. Wow. That's an amazing fun fact.
I have a couple more. Do you want to hear the other ones?
Yes, okay. But
do you want to, are you going to die alone in your apartment? Or do you worry about it? No. Do you worry about it?
I do not worry about it, but only because like since moving out of my parents' house, I've lived in a dorm. And then even when I was an RA in the dorm, I was like still living in a dorm. And then ever since I've had roommates, I mean, maybe in June when I'm living alone, I'll have like a freak out moment when I'm like actually in the apartment alone by myself. But like,
you know what we should do? Get those bracelets.
Life alert?
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Honestly, yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay. Do you want it? I'm like not even kidding.
But wait, I want mine to call you. Like I don't want it to call 911.
No, of course. Well, that's not
the point. The point is that it calls 911.
I'd be really sad one day and I'd just be like, come.
You'd be like, just Hannah's on her way. 911 comes in. You're like, wow.
Sorry, I cut you off. You keep going.
About what?
Sorry. I don't know. Whatever you're saying. June, you're stressed.
Well, I just love this idea of bracelets that just call each other, but just to show up. Like we're not on the phone because we know how to call each other on the phone. This is like, okay, 911. And I'll just text you like my location so you know I'm on my way. Okay. Vice versa. That's actually, we should invent that. We should work with Life Alert.
Life alert for 30-year-olds and 27.
What's a fun name for that?
Life after 30.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I don't really worry about it, but I imagine if I had less awareness.
No.
Well, that just sounds like a movie.
Life after 30, a documentary series.
Like it doesn't sound like this needs to be like uplifting, like to call your friend.
Well, he's never going to listen to this. My neighbor. I need to stop whispering into this. It makes it more intense.
Okay.
Remember my neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that's my go-to.
Life alert?
That's my life alert right now. And something's a little missing there. You know, he's hot,
he'd
but
be
he's
able to
just
call
not,
911.
I don't know actually. Like he
got that chair.
He did get the chair. He'd be like, Nora, well, man, are you having a crisis?
And you would just say 911, 911. You just keep repeating it.
Totally call the cops.
He definitely you know what I can see for him?
Are you sick?
He'd be able to call 911, but then when 911 had all those questions for him,
he'd be like, I don't know, man.
He'd be like, she's here. I'm here. She's there. Like, you know how they're like,
yeah,
where are you? What's her pulse like? Does she look blue?
Yeah.
Like all these questions. He'd be like, I don't think you understand. Like, you need to come. And that's all I can tell you. Like, I don't think he'd be good at I don't think Wolf would be either, honestly.
Wolf would be like, I called my mom and she says.
And she works with pharmaceuticals, so maybe she can prescribe something over the phone.
I'm really good in a crisis. I've been told that tons of times. And I've been really good at a festival, if someone was having a bad reaction to drugs or anything like that, I'm really good at calming people down in those situations. There was a moment where I was like, should I be an EMT? Because I'm very relaxed and chaos.
Okay, I thought that after being an RA for 3 years, because anything that happened, I was so aware. I was like, I got it. I'm the one that they call first, which is already nuts. Do you know that if at pace, you call an RA and then the RA calls 911. You don't call 911 if something happens to you.
Wow.
That's my job.
Wow.
So I would show up for these crazy things that were happening. Yeah. And then science security wouldn't be helpful. So I was and I had such a hero complex at that time.
Yeah.
I think I trust you in conflict with me.
I've had multiple, not to toot my own horn, but I've had multiple people ask me if I can attend their births in the future. Oh. So if you want me to be there, let me know. I'll add you to the list. I've
always been kind of team no one will be in the room.
Okay.
But
I might pop up.
But
if you smash your 30 life after 30
my life after 30 button. Well, because my mom was insulted when I told her that nobody would be in the room when I had a baby. And I am unmarried and I am not pregnant.
I love my mother very dearly, but I don't know. Actually, I'm not even going to get into that. I don't know if she can be in the room at some points, but
no, my mom.
She's a little okay. If you're going to say that, yeah, I'm so sorry, Mom. I love you so much, but it's just I think I need for her to be right outside the room and then coming in right as soon as it comes out. As soon as it comes out, let's go.
I want her to see it.
But during the pain parts, I'm going to just need to have a moment.
And my mom does this thing, which is empathetic. And my whole life, if I've ever been sick, she just does this thing where she makes the sound at you that she imagines she would make. Oh. One time I was throwing up and she was just going, oh God, that's awful. The whole time I was throwing up. And it was she wasn't rubbing my back. She wasn't getting me water. She was just doing that. My mom's
actually really good at taking care of people when they're sick. Specifically, she can go run errands really quickly and get things done on a list, which I feel is going to come in handy. She's really good at that.
Did your mom or anyone at your house or your family have their something that they always said or prescribed if there was ever something wrong? Anytime something was wrong with us, if I said I had a headache or I don't feel good, I could have said I cut my leg off. My mom would be like, ooh, try rubbing it. Anything. She said it to my brother when he had kidney stones. And then she told him to get out of her house.
Try rubbing it.
He had kidney stones and he had pee in his blood and he was in so much pain. And she goes, you don't have kidney stones. Try rubbing your stomach. And she goes, you ate too much asparagus. He had full on kidney stones.
Oh my God.
And then when we told her he had kidney stones, she goes, okay, guys, stop bringing it. She was like, I'm not saying I was wrong. So just drop it.
Maybe he did. He had kidney stones and he ate too much asparagus.
Two things can be true.
another thing.
Wait, but did you have something at your house?
Oh, my mom would be like, you got to go see a doctor. But I'm Jewish, so it's different.
We're opposite. We're like avoid the docs.
Jewish people see doctors a lot.
Cool.
It's like, isn't that like a stereotype?
I didn't know it.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it is.
I'm fully Jewish, like the most Jewish you could possibly be. I did my 23andMe. I'm like really, really, really Jewish.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
About the episode, finally.
Really, really, really Jewish. 7:47.
We have like 10 minutes left.
I have more fun facts.
So you know the storyline of Samantha starts making out with this guy, and then his wife walks in.
Yes.
And then she gets a social hit where like basically she can't go anywhere. This woman is a socialite. She's gotten Samantha on like the shit list. She can't go anywhere. She's getting kicked out. And then she goes to see this other woman. What was her name? Shippy. Who she also groped Shippy's husband. And I'm just going to say
groped your
something.
husband's flat preppy ass at the benefit because I was drunk.
Exactly.
Such a good line.
I just want to say, I love Samantha. And if she was my friend, of course, I'd be like empathetic. But I'm like, if I was an outsider and I heard about Sandy and Shippy's situations of them knowing that Samantha was proudly like hooking up with their husband, I think I'd also try to ruin her life.
Yeah.
In this situation, I was like,
she is kind of like flaunting it.
She is.
Yeah.
She's like knew that they were married. I was like, it'd be one thing if she was like, just like hitting on guys and he did it and she's like, I didn't know about you. But I'm like, I can't believe you even went to Shippy to ask her to help you.
Really terrible name.
And then she confesses she's a whore and Shippy's like, I'm still not helping you. Shippy is a terrible.
Shippy also.
That's like one of those little old white
like
dogs.
Shippy.
You know those little dogs?
Yeah.
She did look like a Shippy. Shippy looked like a Shih Tzu. What's your fun fact?
Okay. Remember when Carrie says Leonardo DiCaprio rescues Samantha?
Yeah.
That was John F. Kennedy Jr.
In the episode?
Yes, who rescued her.
Who is also like a New York icon.
And he died 12 days after that episode.
What?
And before he died.
So he missed the premiere.
So he missed it.
Sorry.
No, that literally, that's
crazy.
A good question. So after the episode premiered, they changed his name when the DVDs came out because of his death.
Oh, wait. So that guy in the truck was John F. Kennedy.
Jr. Yes.
Sorry.
Surprise. Surprise.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be that John F. Kennedy Jr. saved her.
Yeah.
And they changed it to Leonardo DiCaprio and like hid the face.
Yeah. And then.
Wait, that's kind of sucks.
And really sad, Al Gore that year, it was 1999, was allegedly considering him to be his running mate, even though he had no previous political experience. So he missed out on two things: Sex and the City broadcast and being Al Gore's vice president.
Those are two equally terrible.
Actually really awful.
And can I say something like,
a
dead man cannot be a president, but a dead man can be in a TV episode. Like, I don't get why they took him out.
Well, and we have Trump in one of the Sex and the City episodes.
Right. He got to stay.
Yeah. So I wish he had died.
Why would they even rewrite it? Just because everyone would be sad?
Huh? I don't know. Oh, and then this is crazy. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went into a really huge hole on this. And John F. Kennedy Jr. dated. And she spoke about it. And she said that she enjoyed it, but it was, quote, too much for her.
You know what? She said a similar thing about Robert Downey Jr.
Crazy.
Did you know they were together for 8 years?
That's crazy.
That was the first man she ever lived with.
Wow. And he died when he was like 38, I think.
What do you think about her and Matthew Broderick?
It's whatever. I don't really have a big opinion on him. I don't feel that very strongly about him.
People refer to him as like Hollywood royalty and like,
is he?
I mean, he was Ferris Bueller.
I know,
but I kind of feel like she should be with someone better.
Oh, sorry.
Hotter for sure.
Yeah.
Is included in better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess they're doing that play on Broadway together and they're in love.
Should we see that?
I mean, are they going to send us tickets?
Probably.
Oh, it's not giving out any comps for our show. Is Sarah Jessica Parker going to send us tickets?
Some comps in the
You're
end.
right. We did. Let's see what I got.
Okay. Well, I have more questions, but if you want to, you do what you
do.
They're-
I'm trying to see what I've got.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy about John F. Kennedy Jr.?
That really is.
Isn't that
it's also
crazy?
kind of spooky. It feels
It is
unsettling.
really spooky. It's kind of like Heath Ledger and the Joker.
See, but
situation.
that came
that
out.
That really spooked me.
But see, I feel bad. He probably died and like while passing. Okay, I'm taking some liberties here with guesses about what he was thinking. But like if tomorrow I shoot a TV show and then on Friday I pass away, you know, part of my brain is going to be like, at least I was in that episode. And something of mine will live on.
Yeah.
And obviously this guy was like, we all know him, this guy, John F.
This
Kennedy
man.
Jr.
Yeah.
Like his legacy is set. We all know who he is, whatever. It just feels like he could have been that episode.
I know. And
he was also
his
such a hot
legacy
New
wasn't
Yorker.
really set.
Who is Al Gore?
Just, what?
He was a president?
No, vice president.
To who?
Bill Clinton. It's okay.
I listened to a podcast today with Bill Clinton on it.
Al Gore is so
he's a Democrat.
He's a Democrat. He was
alive.
Yes, he's alive. He made that documentary series about what's it called? The Earth.
Oh,
he had a lot of like climate people.
Oh,
like
okay.
He really had them.
Wait, was he on an episode of 30 Rock?
Potentially.
I might know him from 30 Rock.
Don't
tell anyone that.
You know
Al Gore?
You know who he's a big environmentalist. He had like a whole thing. Yeah.
Say what you will about Bill Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
But that clip of him.
With the balloons?
No, I don't know what that is.
Sorry.
Playing saxophone
Mm-hmm.
when he was running for office. And he plays saxophone on that late night TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, he was just like this cool, hot young president.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, Bill Clinton's hot.
Like, I was like, he can get it.
Yeah, no, he's hot.
Get it.
He's hot.
I listened to the podcast Smart
Al
List
Gore's
today.
kind of hot too. Actually, no, he's not. Sorry.
Oh my God, wait. He was absolutely in an episode of 30 Rock.
He was? I didn't know that.
And for me, that's where I know Al Gore from.
I want to remember what the movie
sad.
was that he got a lot of hype for.
My dad was so into history. I can't believe I know Al
He
Gore
was-
from 30 Rock.
Everyone was obsessed with that movie. No. Is that what it is? Inconvenient Truth. Everyone was obsessed with that.
And Al Gore was in it?
he like created the whole thing. And then after Bill Clinton was president, Al Gore, that was like his whole agenda was about environmentalism and saving the world, and like, you know, everyone always like says like Al Gore could have done it or something, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he was
Al
like the
Gore
first person to
lore.
really like bring to light global warming. I think I'm remembering this right. This is all like 1993 knowledge.
I listened
But yeah.
to a podcast episode today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the podcast Smartless.
No.
It's a pretty big pod. They had on, like just today, the episode was released with Joe Biden, Obama, and Bill Clinton.
Wow.
They interviewed all three of them
Wow, really?
together. You should honestly listen to it.
Wait, that sounds amazing. I would definitely listen to that.
It was really nice.
Wait, that sounds not
And-
amazing, but like
no,
that
but
sounds
like
great.
it was a great interview,
Yeah.
and it seems like so much like people would only try to get one, but like all together speaking about like being president, holding office, also making jokes about stuff. Like,
wait, will you send that to me?
yeah, I sent it to my mom. I sent it to a lot of people. I was
Wow.
like, check this out, please, because I listened to it while nannying. But Bill Clinton was just being like,
his voice is
cool,
really,
like,
yeah.
it just
He's like Elvis.
did something to
Like,
me.
wow.
Yeah, he
has
is
a
like
little Elvis voice. Yeah. But
like, into
I'll have to
Bill.
show you the balloons at the Democratic convention.
Yeah, show me that. Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know that.
It's a little.
I feel bad. It's got to be hard when your life, the cameras are always on you and you just try to have a moment of
I'd be
innocence.
freaking out with those balloons.
You think your wife's about to be the first female president.
It's a big
and there's
deal.
a bunch of balloons. Like,
It's
you're
a
like,
big deal.
Everyone's dreams are coming true.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, all I had left was that, I thought the Ned character was like really skeevy. The guy she meets at the cemetery.
Weird.
I also,
see the flowers
disagree. Yeah. Drop all those at my door. Honestly, you guys wish you knew. Some of you know. But I just want to say So Shar meets this guy at the cemetery. We learn his wife has passed. She starts going out with him, and she's sort of saying how like the more he's crying about his wife, like the better he's getting to her. Like in her
she's
eyes.
like, normally I get really like, I'm like icked out when guys are crying, but this guy, like when he's crying, was so sweet.
I really disagreed. I feel like it just showed that he still has some stuff to work through. Like I don't know if I'd be able to sleep with someone the same night I watched them cry about their dead wife.
Yeah, she definitely wants to like.
If you were on that date, would you have gone home with him?
Probably.
Okay.
But then we would have talked about it, and I'd been like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that.
And all the photos of her.
I would have wanted to like talk about it more though. I would have been like, do you want to talk more?
She was like, that's so hard.
Yeah.
And then she was kissing him.
I know.
I just feel like
I think I would probably want to like do therapy with them, like be down to chirp about it.
Okay.
I'd be like, let's smoke a cig, let's talk about your wife. But I feel like
I would take sex off the table. I'd be like,
yeah, it might be a little intense.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
He would have been pissed because it seems like his whole plan was to cry to get women to sleep with him.
Like after your dad died, people like were always trying to fuck you? Sorry, this is kind of
I was 100% with Wolf for a year at that point.
Okay.
So
okay, just asking.
No, I don't think so. If they were
it almost like they were like, are you sad? Do you ever feel like that?
I mean,
Vasco's here. Sorry.
I was so in the you know what I mean?
Do you feel that? I feel
did that happen to you after your dad died?
I would like go to a bar and like I don't know, it just would come up at some point.
People take advantage of vulnerabilities and definitely being sad. People, and I think men love the like trope of like girls having like a daddy issue and like wanting to like fuck the problems away. Like I feel like men very much think that's like existing.
Yeah.
But I really wouldn't know because I was like fully in a relationship with Wolf for a year when my dad passed. So it was kind of like anyone who, if they were trying to fuck me, everyone knew I was dating someone. Yeah. So I feel like it wasn't as broad a window. Yeah. I'm trying to think about when I learned he had dementia and when he like started forgetting us. Because I was single and then that's when I was like really a party girl.
Yeah.
But I was so already trying to hook up with everybody that I didn't even get to tell them that I was also sad. We were already like 10 steps in. Yeah. But you think people took advantage of it?
Sometimes I feel like
Char's doing it here.
I know. Well,
Char's like getting off on the fact that he's I know. Like breathing.
It's creepy. I always
creepy.
I felt like sometimes I would talk to people and they'd be like consoling me, but then there was like an agenda.
Yeah.
And I was always like, this is weird.
And you're like,
what is your agenda?
I'm dealing with my dad dying.
Yeah. It's like, what's your motive here?
Right. But no, I didn't really feel that.
Maybe that's like, maybe you're not allowed, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to try to hook up with people with dead, or I don't know what I'm going to say.
Anyone with deceased parents off limits.
Yeah, you just don't hook up with them.
I would say in this Ned situation, I think it's fine for him to already be dating.
Dating.
Don't think
he had a sister wife thing going on.
Why are they all there at the same time? Like, I know that we needed that for Charlotte, but like, he seemed not even worried. They're all walking up to his dead wife's tombstone with flowers, and he's like, "Hey, Charlotte." Like, he doesn't seem at all like he doesn't seem panicked at all. Did he think this sadness was going to get him a foursome on her grave?
Maybe.
If I find out that after I die, Wolf isn't with you like I told him to be,
okay,
and he's now playing women, he has multiple women coming to my gravestone,
bringing lilies,
I'm resurrecting. I would be livid. I'm haunting him. He's going to go bald. Anything bad that he's ever been worried about, I'm making it happen from up top. If I find out I die, sorry, not I die, Wolf dies. No, I die, sorry.
Yeah, you're dying.
And you're not with him, problems for you too. I want you guys together if I pass.
Okay. I feel like we really have to break this down because I don't know if Wolf, I love Wolf.
Fine. Okay. Just hang out.
Okay.
Fine.
I do I do love like, okay,
you don't want to be with him?
We can live together. We can be roommates
at my place.
Okay. really like my house too, though.
Well, you'll go back and forth.
I know.
You'll
Go back and forth from Williamsburg and Park Slope.
Yeah.
That'll be such a great commute back and forth. No, I'll keep him company a lot.
And you will manage the women.
Okay.
And his cell phone. I think you should get to go through it once a week.
Okay. I love that. That sounds fun.
I'll tell him this tonight.
Okay, sounds great.
I should write up this will for him, I guess. No, for me, I'm dying.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting who this is for.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's for him.
I guess you can do some stuff. I gave you my, what did I say? I said you could have all my clothes.
No, you said I could have your clothes, then you said, but a lot of people want them. So it just means I guess I'll have to fight for them. You told me you want me to go to your apartment and get like all your diaries and like destroy them.
Yes.
And I'll do that, of course.
Burn everything.
And then I think that was all you left for me to do. You said I could have stuff in your apartment, but then you said everyone else is going to want it. So
no. Oh,
I'm taking that couch.
That's going to be a big item.
If
people are going to be
die
fighting
in the
for
next
the
2 months, like text your friends.
Okay.
But you're not going to die. You're not going to die.
I ride my bike a lot. Okay.
So healthy.
Let's just, no. That's like a death key in New York.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, it's shocking.
I thought you were saying like, I ride my bike. Like I'm healthy.
No.
I'll be alive for a long time.
There's no, I see it. I see myself going on my bike. Sometimes I'm just like, there's been so many close calls and there's just like, I just feel like
you're gonna get hit by a car.
Yeah. It's just like, it's
I guess what else?
it's like, I hope not.
You love to bike.
I love it.
On
I
it.
think, but I think it would be very like romantic. It'd be poetic or whatever. It'd be like, she died on her bike. She loved her bike. She died on it.
I hate the idea of you laying there dead and your like speaker is still blasting your playlist. It's like,
I kind of love that.
It's so upsetting.
Well, I wear a helmet.
Okay. So she lives again.
So I'm back.
Do we have anything? This, I'm marking it. This is the worst we've ever done talking about the episode.
What?
We did so much side gabbing. We talked about the feet for like 15 minutes.
I might have.
Wait, hold on. I want to say this isn't like this time where I thought the episode was rough. Remember that time you were like, this is a really great episode.
And I was like, I think this episode's amazing.
I think this is a great episode. I just think on the record, I think this is the most off topic we've been.
Let's keep going.
What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm doubling down. No, I agree. I definitely agree. I
People
agree.
know us, but this is season 2.
We didn't call it Sex and the City Rewatch Podcast. Call it High Heels and Punchlines. That could be literally anything.
Comedian's guide to rewatching Sex and the City.
Exactly.
This is how we do it.
This is how we watch it.
And it's about us. In the city.
I'm like literally just trying. I'm doing that game where you like finish the person's sentences. Us in the city.
It's true. If you want a rewatch podcast, log off.
Yeah, go kill yourself.
If you want to laugh, log on.
I honestly go. Sorry, just go kill yourself.
We didn't even talk about Carrie and Big. This is a big episode for them.
Don't go kill yourself just because you want to rewatch podcasts of Sex and the City.
Well, if you watch the episode, then you know what happened with Carrie and Big.
Just go watch the episode. You don't need to listen to this. All right.
Should we wrap it up?
And just like that, I love you, Hanna.
Shout out to my friend's basement where we record our podcast. The sign's not there anymore.
Oh,
where is it, you guys?
They got to get, it's right over there.
Oh, it's over there. And shout out to Becky and shout out to Sean Curley, our intro and outro music. And now we're done. I love you too. I love you too, Nora. Bye.
Bye.